So now that, of course, we've talked about these treats, really kind of one of the most important parts, I think, of dog treats, especially when you talk about utilizing them like a treat, a reward, a trainer, a topper, you know, whatever you're going to do to utilize your treats for, is ultimately going to be the taste test. Is what's the palatability? Is a dog interested in that treat? Now, every dog's going to be a little bit different in terms of what they're interested in, but I think definitely with kind of introducing a protein source that isn't commonly used. I mean, many of these other ingredients, I think you would definitely commonly have found in different types of dog foods or different types of dog treats, and so dogs are probably going to be familiar with them. But Koji, probably for a lot of dogs, they've never eaten it before. Now, one of the things that Wild Earth specifically communicates is that there's an inherent umami flavor that exists with the actual Koji when it's introduced, and this is due to the fermentation process, and this really gives it a palatability and a flavor that a lot of dogs are interested in. I can definitely tell you that when opening these, they have a clean, fresh smell, and you can actually kind of distinctly smell a lot of the ingredients, which I think is always a positive sign when you're kind of smelling the food. And I will tell you that when I gave it to all the pups, so Bowie, Ultron, and Modoc, as well as actually right now we are watching one of our previous fosters, Otis, they all actually responded to them really, really well. Ultron was really super engaged in these. I mean, he was drooling, he was going up and down, he was pawing at me. He really, really wanted these. Modoc definitely was interested in them. Bowie was interested in, so I never had anybody kind of marginally take one a little bit and kind of spit it back out or drop it or anything like that. Ultron is definitely probably the pickiest of all three of our dogs in terms of sometimes, you know, he'll kind of, if he doesn't really want something, he'll just kind of outright eject it, and he's also a little bit more sensitive sometimes because he's a bit more of a reactive dog. In some situations, if something isn't really kind of appetizing to him, he'll immediately reject it and he just won't even be interested in it. But pretty much every time I've offered it to him, he's been super interested in wanting to take it. So I think for me, that's a big plus in terms of really talking about whether or not a dog is going to be interested in these.